So, the first step I want to do is underline, circle, highlight keywords that will clue me into the time and place of the prompt. So, historians have traditionally labeled the period after the War of 1812 the era of good feelings. So, I see War of 1812, an era of good feelings. That might be pretty important to me. So I see those words and I'm immediately thinking about a time period, a topic and time period. War of 1812, but it says after the War of 1812. So I'm thinking about that period afterwards. And I also know the era of good feelings is 1815 to about 1825. That also matches up with the last part of the prompt, where it says to consider evidence from that period. But the years alone don't really help me. I want to think about what's happening at that time in America. So when I think about the era of good feelings, I immediately start to think about nationalism through things like the Monroe Doctrine. That's all I can think of right now, so I'm going to keep going. Now, secondly, I want to think about the actual verb. What is it asking me to do? What is it requiring of me here? So I see evaluate the accuracy of this label. Evaluate is my verb. I think back to that chart for breaking down the prompt that we looked at in the do now. And evaluate means to make a judgment. To judge something. Well, what am I actually judging here, I wonder? Now I want to rewrite it as an actual question to make sure I really understand this. So how can I reword this as a question? Well, I'm judging something. What am I judging? I'm judging whether this label, the era of good feelings, is accurate. Is it true? Was this really an era of good feelings? So I might rewrite it as something like, did the period 1815 to 1825 truly represent an era of good feelings. Great. We'll pause there. What I'd like you to do right now is turn and talk at your table. What are the steps you pulled out? You could also consider the 3 questions I put there for you at the bottom. Take just 1 minute at your table.
First, you just read the conversation.